Welcome to the Wealth Transfer with TC. Today, I want to give you guys a warning about gold and silver, especially if you're holding on to gold and silver and you're expecting the prices of gold and silver to skyrocket. Some people are expecting gold to go to 5, 10, or 15,000. And I just want to share a perspective on why gold can't go above 5,000 and why silver can't go above 100 unless there's a short squeeze. But you know what? I could be wrong, but I want to share this information because I believe I'm impressed to share this, that there are warnings. There's going to be a lot of people that think they're going to be able to exchange their gold at these high prices, and they're going to find out that they're not going to be able to. And there's a lot of competition out there, and these are things that I want to share with you to kind of make you think about your investment that you currently have. And I'm not trying to tell you to sell your gold or silver, and I'm not trying to share anything that's going to deter you what you believe God is showing you or what your financial experts are telling you, because I'm not a financial expert, right? I'm just sharing a perspective because it keeps coming to me about, the price of gold and silver and how it's used in manufacturing and so on, right? And these are things that people aren't really thinking about. First, before I do get started, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just sharing information, giving you my thoughts and my opinions on that information. If you guys like these videos that I make, the support links are down below in the description and also the comment section. Gold and silver does belong to God. Everything, the whole earth belongs to God. But God is not necessarily promising you that you're going to be able to cash in at 5, 10, 15, or 20,000 for gold. All right. And I know there's a lot of people out there, they're telling you, they're hyping you up. And especially if you got into gold a few years ago or when it was at its lowest peak over the last 4 or 5 years, you're actually doing really well. But there's some dangers and some warnings that I want to share with you because there's a lot of people out there that think that if gold goes to 10,000 that they're going to be able to go in and just go exchange their gold for cash. And it's not going to necessarily happen that way for the majority of people. Now, I could be wrong, but I want you guys to hear me out. Gold is currently sitting at $2,943. Silver is currently sitting at $32. Right? So there's a lot of people that think that gold is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. There's a lot of people that think that silver, whether it's dreams, visions, or predictions, it's going to go to 100, 500, and beyond. Now, I believe that could be possible if you're in a short squeeze. And there is going to be a major difference between a short squeeze or gold remaining at those high prices, 10,000 for a long period of time. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is how silver is used in manufacturing. This is information that was put together that I used AI to do the research and pull all the information. In silver, the total mine production as of 2023 was 830 million ounces. Industrial applications are about 654 million ounces. Right now, these are just estimates. Now, as far as gold and the total mine production as of 2023, 3,644 metric tons. Over half of that is used for jewelry. Another 326 metric tons are used for technical and industrial applications. So according to the price per ounce, how is the industry silver going to react if it reaches over $100? $50 to $100, some manufacturers reduce silver use, shift to alternatives. Jewelry demand slows. If silver was to go over $100 and up to $500, industrial users cut back significantly. Solar and electric industries seek alternatives. So once you start hitting that $100, manufacturers are not going to be ordering silver. And if it's during a short squeeze, they're not going to order any silver, right? And it's going to cause the price of goods to go up dramatically once these prices start hitting certain thresholds. If silver was to reach $500, silver is phased out of most consumer products. Investment and store value demand dominate. $1,000 or more, silver is almost used exclusively as a luxury metal or investment asset similar to gold today. Manufacturing can't use it at all. And that's what's basically holding the price of silver together is manufacturing. What if silver wasn't used in the majority of manufacturing? Well, there'd be a lot of extra silver laying around silver would be really cheap. Now, when it comes to gold, historically, manufacturers have tolerated gold prices from 2,500 to 3,000 per ounce without drastic shifts. Beyond $5,000 per ounce, widespread substitution would likely occur in non-essential uses like lower-end electronics, fashion, and dental applications. So that means that a lot of the electronics that you have would become either more expensive or they would just replace it with something cheaper, and then you would have cheaper products being used. That means your TVs and computers and other things, right, would be using a different kind of metal, and maybe that computer or TV or electronic device would not last as long. If gold exceeded 10,000 per ounce, even high-end industries would aggressively seek alternatives, accelerating innovation in material science. If the price of gold reached $10,000, scientists are going to be working on another alternative solution. So those are just some of the things that you have to consider of when these prices, if they were to skyrocket, as many of these people have said, or prophets have said, or people have had dreams or visions, or whatever the case, you have to keep in mind that this would affect manufacturing. Now, during a short squeeze, and you don't know how long the short squeeze is going to last. What if there's a gold and silver short squeeze that only lasts a day, and you're trying to hurry up and run in and exchange your physical gold or your physical silver during a short squeeze? Do you think people are going to buy your gold and silver if they know that it's a short squeeze? That's just something to think about. Now, if there's a short squeeze with gold or silver, right, because some people have said they saw it in dreams or visions or whatever, or even the world says gold can go as much as high as 20,000 and all this. The thing about it is how long is it going to be that high? And when you consider the manufacturing uses and how it would bring manufacturing basically to a standstill, right? Because they would stop ordering gold and silver, right? So it could last several hours, it could last a day, maybe it could last 3 days. But for me, seeing it at those prices for the long term is not something that I could see. Now, if there's a natural disaster, say like an asteroid hits the Earth, okay, I could see gold going to 20,000, but eventually the dust will settle. World War III could cause the gold prices to go up. So we've heard about like Kim Clements, when things seem at their worst, is it going to be so bad that gold is going to be that high? And a lot of people talk about exchanging their gold for the dollar, but I thought the dollar was supposed to crash too as well. So during a short squeeze, the people that benefit are going to be the people that are trading paper gold, right? If there was a short squeeze on gold that lasted for 2 hours, are you going to be able to go in and exchange your gold or silver? Or are you going to be able to sell it off on your trading platform? Now, I do believe that mining companies will benefit from like a gold-backed currency, but even then, a gold-backed currency, it still has to be at a stable price. If you look back at previous times, it wasn't fluctuating all over the place, so it needs to be at a fixed rate to where it's going to back the currency or partially back currency and still satisfy manufacturing to where prices aren't ridiculous and out of control to where they got to use alternatives, which then reduces the demand for silver and gold if they're using alternatives. Over the long term, yeah, you would be able to exchange your physical gold. Anybody that's selling physical gold is going to be your competition. There's over 25,000 mining companies globally that if the price of gold was 5, 10, 15,000, they would be dumping like crazy. Then you have gold refineries with the same thing, with the gold that they hold. They will be dumping all of their gold just at those prices because of the profit. Remember, it's still profitable for companies to mine gold right now. And it's going to be very profitable at 5 and 10 and 15,000. Then you have all the online retailers, right? Like the JD Bullion and some of the other big ones that people buy their physical gold from. They're going to be selling their physical gold on the way up, right? All these companies. You have banks that are holding tons of gold. That would be your competition. Countries that are holding gold would be your competition. Businesses just holding gold. Any business holding gold, period, around the world is your competition. So I know a lot of people are hoping for a gold-backed currency. Yes, it's going to have the price is going to have to be stable. Not only is it going to have to be suitable for a gold-backed currency, but also for manufacturing. So do you think that you're going to be able to go down to your local coin store with $100,000 worth of coins, and they're just going to give you the money, right? They're trying to sell off the gold that they have. And why would they buy your gold at 10,000 or 15,000 when they know, especially if it's during a short squeeze, that they know it's only going to be temporary? So why would anyone buy your physical gold unless they know that they're going to make money off of it? Right? When you go to coin dealers, your local coin dealer, do you think you're going to be able to go to your local coin dealer and he's going to give you $100,000 for all the gold that you bought? Especially like if you live in a town where you have to travel hundreds of miles to exchange your gold. So there's going to be a lot of people who think that they're going to be able to exchange their gold, and they're not going to be able to. These companies will dump their gold well before you can even step out the door to go to the coin shop to try to exchange your gold, or wherever you go to exchange your gold. Do you think JD Bullion or any of those other companies are going to buy your gold if they know it's a short squeeze or if they know it's temporary? Now, I could be all wrong in all of this, but these are just some things to think about when you're looking at investing in gold and silver. And that's just from my perspective, because if I'm going to buy $3,000 worth of gold, yeah, I might double, possibly, or even triple my money if I hold and wait. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to be selling at all different kind of prices. And you're going to have all this competition all over the world dumping gold and silver. And that's why I think that, you need to learn how to paper trade gold. You can own gold without actually physically owning it and then sell it, right, when you want to get rid of it at the price that you want to sell it for. So I do believe gold and silver belongs to the Lord, but there's no guarantee that you're going to benefit immensely off of this. And think about it. The people talk about all these different states are going to accept gold as currency. You really think that you're going to go into your local supermarket with an ounce of silver and say, okay, I'm going to go buy groceries? And are they even capable of handling that? Any retail store in the United States, you're going to try to force everybody to accept gold and silver, and then you have the whole security risks of people walking around with gold and silver, or Walmart, like as far as being able to exchange it and do all that. I don't think that people have actually thought all of this all the way through, and I'm just not saying that none of the stuff can't happen. I'm just saying that we should be practical. And the thing about it is, if gold is at 10 or 20,000 because of a global economic collapse, or because of a World War III, or an asteroid hits the Earth, well, there's going to be a lot more you're going to have to worry about, other than trying to exchange your gold for cash. For a dollar, that's going to be worthless. So one of the things, I'm not a financial advisor, but one of the ways you could trade gold without physically owning it is gold exchange traded funds, ETFs, right? Like examples would be SBDR gold shares, GLD, iShares Gold Trust, and so on. You have gold mutual funds and index funds, gold's futures and options. So as far as your paper gold, you're going to be able to unload much quicker than somebody trying to carry around $100,000 worth of gold, hoping somebody or a coin shop will buy your gold. And you're going to have many people like that trying to run around all day long. I just think a lot of people are going to have a lot of issues. And there's nothing wrong with holding gold and silver. I just think that in the long term, you're going to see it become stable. And maybe they'll work it out to where the prices of gold is higher than 5,000 and it doesn't affect manufacturing. Maybe they'll figure that out. But as for right now, I just think that people need to be aware and be careful when dealing with gold and silver. So that is all that I have for this today. I thank you guys for listening. God bless.